Thank you.
I'd like you to help us understand the key resolutions at the summits and how that would help bring about a better constitution for the people.
Thank you. The key resolution of the peoples of Nigeria and stakeholders gathered at the National Constitutional Conference is that one, the Nigerian 1999 Constitution is heavily flawed, warped and faulty, and cannot enable the progress of the Nigerian people. As a matter of fact, it will lead to one insecurity and the other. And that is what we are witnessing in Nigeria. And to this effect, that immediately the summit requested the federal government under the leadership of the president to immediately convene or constitute a National Constitutional Assembly to enable the Nigerian peoples give unto themselves a constitution that they can call of their own. They can call that of their own. And such constitution will come from peoples elected to the Constituent Assembly, representative of the various constituencies in the country. So that for the first time in a long time, Nigerians can have a constitution that they can be proud to say they have given unto themselves. A truly democratic people's constitution, which can enamel and inspire, patriotism, and which can also enable unity, cohesion, and stability, and which can take away the gargantuan insecurity that we are witnessing in Nigeria. That is the resolve, or was the resolve of the National Constitutional Conference that is moving onto the implementation stage at this point.
So how would you now describe the stakeholders and participants at the summit in terms of their recommendations and the change it can bring?
How would I describe
the recommendations and the resolutions tabled for a new constitution?
Yeah, well, that resolution is in congruence with the feeling and aspiration of all Nigerians. It's been long. If you recall that sometimes back in 2004, Chief Tony Enamuro of blessed memory, working in partnership with Chief Professor Wale Okunniyi, led a people's conference, which was called Pronaco Conference. And the same thing was the agitation for a people's constitution, a democratic constitution, a legitimate constitution, not a constitution imposed through decree of the military. That can never be called a constitution, but a decree. And so the preamble of the 1999 Constitution itself tells a lie about the document. And if the foundation from which you build any edifice is faulty, what can the righteous do? And that is what we are witnessing, all kind of corruption, because that by itself is corruption. And you cannot build sanity, you cannot build decency, you cannot build accountability on corruption. And that is what spiritually, it is not done anywhere. That you have a foundation. What constitutes the present constitutional democracy of Nigeria is a lie unto itself. And therefore we must do something, I can say spiritually, about this, calling the people together. Because some people have said that the current Nigerian democracy is designed to fail by the military so that they can come back. But it has become so impossible for them to come back, because that was the design by the assertion of certain people.
Okay.
And they found out, it was because they found out that the foundation upon which democracy was built in Nigeria is faulty. That is the Constitution. So we need, first and foremost, if we must achieve anything with Nigeria, we must achieve progress, if we must achieve stability and secure this country, we the people genuinely need to come back and democratically give unto ourselves a constitution. So therefore, I say that the resolution that the summit came up with is the way for is what will save this country from imminent collapse. And I think the federal government, particularly the current president, we look at it.
Now, Mr. Okunniyi,
can save Nigeria from an imminent collapse.
Yeah, Mr. Okunniyi, so even as we wrap up on this, we know that it's been a robust conversation at the summit, but then why did issues around the system of governments and geopolitical restructuring cause rancor during the course of the deliberation?
Pardon?
Yes, we understand that there was a tense session during discussion and issues around geopolitical restructuring and, of course, the system of government caused a bit of discord while people were deliberating. I'd like to find out why that was an issue or why those issues came up.
Well, there was no such, there was just a semantic question. It's not as if people felt that tactically what the conference needs to do is not to go into detail of what will be discussed at the Constituent Assembly, what is capable of dividing the country ahead of that Constituent Assembly, that the Constituent Assembly will be given the prerogative to decide, to discuss and decide the finals. It's not for us as delegates that will be recommending the Constituent Assembly to begin to decide for the Constituent Assembly. So some people felt that was wrong in terms of strategy, that all debates should be kept until the Constituent Assembly. So that was what some people saw as, yeah, there will be disagreement. We disagree to agree. And eventually we agreed at that level that we should first proceed to the Constituent Assembly to discuss more contentious issues and resolve at that level, then give up to Nigeria a new democratic constitution.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Wale Okunniyi, for that clarification. We appreciate your contribution. It was nice talking to you.